As always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. So Michigan will play Nebraska this week, this Saturday night, 7:30 prime time in Nebraska. Get your popcorn ready for this one. So Nebraska's 3-3 on the year. They got close losses to Oklahoma and Michigan State. They lost to Illinois also the first game of the year. Now, I'm just going to run over a few stats and then I'm going to get into it. So, Adrian Martinez, he's their quarterback. He's dynamic. He's 66% on the year, 1,400 yards, 6 TDs, 2 picks, but he's got 9 rushing touchdowns. Their leading receivers, number 6, Samari Toure. He's got 23 receptions, 483 yards, 3 TDs. Now, running back, they got Ramir Johnson. He's got 55 attempts, 231 yards, 2 TDs. So that's not great. And leading tackler is Luke Ramir. He's got 47 tackles, number 28. So with that being said, Nebraska, now when I made my videos about the season and things like that, I honestly thought Nebraska may be an easy game. But, and it at the start of the season, it looked like it was going to be that. But Adrian Martinez is probably playing his best ball ever. And he's starting to look like the quarterback that I thought he would and could be, which is not good for us because we have to play this dude. Now, with that being said, this is a game where the Northern Illinois film will be picked apart because on that zone power read that we struggled with, where we struggle with eye discipline and things like that, you're going to get a lot of that with Nebraska because Adrian Martinez is dynamic. So with that being said, it's going to be it's crucial that eye discipline everyone, especially the guys on the end and coming off the edge, their eye discipline has to be A1 because watching some of their film, I did not like it. They're doing a lot of motion, and we talking about that jet sweep that I'm always talking about. But not only that, they do a lot of eye candy, a lot of motion in the backfield and things like this. To where if you're not disciplined and you're not watching where the ball actually is, you're gonna get confused. If you're looking in the backfield, you're gonna get torched. So, with that being said, and that's not even getting into Adrian Martinez is fast. This dude is fast. He'll eat up some yards. So with that being said, it's about eye discipline. I would expect to see a lot of zones so you can watch the quarterback because in the past, and we've normally destroyed Nebraska, but they look like Adrian Martinez hasn't played this well. So with that being said, it's crucial that we have all our eyes on the quarterback. So in a zone, you can watch the quarterback. You're not going to be chasing receivers and having your back turned, and all of a sudden the quarterback scampering for 10, 20, 30, 40 yards. This dude's long is 70 yards. So he can take it that. He can do that. Now, on defense, with their defense is solid. Like, they have a solid defense. They held Oklahoma to 23. And with that, who else? Let's see. Kenneth Walker, Michigan State. He's the leading rusher in the nation. They held him to, I want to say 77 yards. So this is a tough defense. They're well coached on the defensive end, on the defensive side of the ball. So it's going to be crucial to not make mistakes like we've been doing, playing clean football, not turning the ball over and things like that. Because, and also scheme. The scheme has to continue to develop as it has, because it's not guaranteed that we're just going to be able to run the ball. Now, can we get what we got last week and ink out 100 yards slowly and be balanced? I think we're going to have to do the same type of thing. We're going to have to be balanced to beat them, I believe. Now, you never know. We might go out there and run for 200 yards, but with that being said, like, most of our stats, they look similar. Like the run game, they're averaging about 200. We're both averaging about 200 passing yards. I think we're at like 180. They're at like 200. Like our stats look similar, but we don't turn the ball over, so that helps. Now, with all that I'm saying is Nebraska has a team where they've been in games against good teams. And the thing that's gotten them in the past in these games is they make bonehead mistakes at the wrong time. They make a bonehead mistake that ends up losing them these games. So that can end. Making bonehead mistakes can just go from game to game. So you don't want them. They got the chance to mess us up being 5-0 and play a clean game and actually, get a good win. Beating us right now, it's going to look like a good win. So Scott Frost, he's going to be trying to get a great win out of this. I think that was the wrong name, but their coach is going to be trying to get a good win out of this. So that's just what it is right there. Now on Michigan's side of the ball, on Michigan's part, Michigan has to, with the defense, eye discipline. I would run the zones to make sure I can keep my eyes on Adrian Martinez and the boys up front. All these dudes I've been talking about all year. It ain't gonna get no easier, and our bread is buttered by them. By Aiden, by Ojabo, by Chris Hinton, Mozzie Smith, all these dudes creating havoc. That is where our bread will be buttered, because when they do all this faking and stuff and then they do pass, we don't want him to have no time to pass. We want him to be running for his life and getting sacked and getting a gain of 1 and things like this. We don't want him running around. Also, Josh Ross in the middle. I'm not sure, they may spy him, because this dude is dynamic. Like I might spy him because he's just such a dynamic player. But on offense, same thing. We know what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to run the ball, play action off of it, get it to our playmakers. And the thing I want to see is it's time to define the positions as far as like running back. It needs to be defined. Haskins is a between the tackles runner. Let him do that. Run. I know y'all don't want to do this, but run off tackle for Blake. Let him. And the thing I don't understand about this is when you run like stretch plays or you run off tackle and things like this, you have the chance for cutbacks. So it's not just, you're just trying to get to the outside. No, we're trying to make the defense, you're giving yourself more options. So the defense might stretch the play out and then there's a cutback. And a dude like Blake, he sees a cutback, he's going to be able to shoot through it. So let him use his speed. It's just an advantage thing. Like, Blake's speed is his advantage. His advantage isn't in between the tackles. That shot he took against Wisconsin, them boys was hidden. And I can't say who won on that hit, but he took a shot. He delivered a blow too, but it was just smash mouth. Like, that's not his forte. He's not that big of a dude. Like, I don't think he's ready for a pounding between the tackles yet. As strong as he is, I think next year will be more him ready to be that complete back. Let him use his advantage on the edge and things like that. Let him use his, not saying that you can't use him in between the tackles, but let him get to the outside. Run plays for him that use his advantage. Haskins' advantage is he's 220 pounds. So he's going to run over linebackers. He's going to get hit and still carry a guy 2 or 3 yards. Get hit, break the tackle, and still get 2 or 3 more yards. That's his advantage. So use these running backs to your advantage. The same way that you starting to see Roman Wilson and Cornelius get deep using their speed, same thing. You want to use these guys, put them in the position to be successful. That's what it's all about. So that's just my little rant on that, but I want to see them get him with running plays, not just putting him out wide. You can do that stuff too and throw screens and bubble screens and things like that to him also, but figure out how to get him into more space and not just running him up the middle like he's Haskins. He's not Haskins. Use him like Blake Corum. But besides that, that's what I got for this one, y'all. Like our defense is gonna be tested because we haven't faced a QB this dynamic. 9 rushing TDs, that's a lot of touchdowns. That's more touchdowns than Blake has. I think Blake has 8, and one of them is a receiving touchdown. So this dude's got 9 rushing touchdowns plus 6 throwing. But you make a mistake, this dude can eat up some yardage. So Aiden and Ojabo, Josh Ross, Chris Hinton, Mozzie Smith, all the D-line, these dudes got to make it hell for him. They have to make him see ghosts, start seeing ghosts and second-guessing himself because he'll turn it over. He will make mistakes. He's prone for bonehead mistakes. Like I used to say, Shay's going to make a good play, bad play. This dude will do that. But right now, he's playing good football. So we have to force him to revert to those bad mistakes that he has. Because when a player just starts to play good, you get him rattled and he'll revert back to his old ways. Because it's in him. He'll revert back. We just got to give him a little push. So I'm looking for the defense to go and give the Nebraska offense that push into looking garbage again and making bonehead mistakes again and, losing the game for themselves. But besides that, that's all I got for this one. I ain't going to make a prediction because I hate making predictions because you never know. But I'm looking for us to win this game, but it could be closer than I want it to be because they're playing well and it looks like they've gotten their scheme down. And watching it, I like a lot of the stuff they doing on the offensive side with all the motion, all the eye candy, guys motioning into the backfield, and it's a lot. It's a lot when you watch them. So that's all I got for this one, y'all. Hopefully this will be another dub, and we just chipping away week after week. So as always, like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.